Okay, we are live for our Dharma discussion group, and happy to see everybody here in the temple and in the Zoom.
Yeah, we will recite this page number 3, I think four, right? Page number 4. Page number 4 3 times, and then we will start, okay? Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other good perfections, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other perfections, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other perfections, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Oh, yeah.
Okay, we have a few questions that have been submitted by email, but let's start with if there are any questions from anybody here in person in the temple. Please raise your hand.
Hi, Khenpo. Thank you for your teachings, first of all.
Thank you.
And this is like a more general question. I've been here for a few days. And I've seen the stupa, and there are, the eyes and something in the middle. Yeah. And I believe that I've seen that also in some other stupas around the world. I just was wondering what is its meaning. I don't know if you can talk a little bit about that.
The eyes, oh yeah. And the stupa's eyes is actually represent of wisdom. And maybe you see this 1,000 arms. Actually, there we have 1,000 arms of Jinzai. In this picture, there's 1,000 arms and 1,000 eyes. Hands. Hands. 1,000 hands and 1,000 eyes. So that is, they are ready to help thinking beings, but they know how to help and they need to know their sufferings. So that's why the wisdom and the method. In the reality, the stupa is a representative of Buddha's heart, compassion or mind. And then his mind is the wisdom. So he always see the thinking beings through his wisdom and how to help. And then between these eyes, Buddha also have this. That's what we call, I forgot suddenly in this English, there's Nzupa. Nzupa is only the Buddha have this special one. In the Suttarayana, there's a here, one here, the clockwise. But in the Vajrayana, then it start to wisdom eye, third eye. That means is always see the Dharma Dhatu. Actually, that is represent Dharma Dhatu wisdom. And it sees that the true nature through this. These two eyes, one sees nirvana, another eyes see the samsara. And then how these samsara beings lead in the nirvana, but I am always not separate to watch the Dharma Dhatu phenomena. So that's where the theory of this. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Khenpo La. Khenpo, can you talk a little bit about the visualization of the Ahong? Just now you were teaching, you were explaining, but when I visualize, do I visualize white light, red light, and blue light from the deity to myself?
Yes. So, white Om, red blue Hong is in this. Usually, there Buddha's three blessings: blessing of body, blessing of mind, speech, blessing of mind. So we can't see their blessing, and but we request, please give me some blessings. But how they blessings us is their blessings of body it is like a white Om. Blessings of speech is red A. Blessings of mind is blue Hong. These three syllables dissolve. Sometimes they, as today's as the way they radiate light, all right. And sometimes in the Vajikalaya practices, like snowflakes, white Om, red A, blue Hongs dissolve in our body continually. So many, not only three, but Om Ah Hong. Three syllables, but there are many these syllables dissolve in our body. So this is depends how you what kind of visualize. Actually, from Buddha's forehead, as exactly right now is related to this question. So the first answer that here the white light, for example, Tara radiate white light. Wisdom being Tara, white light radiate to your forehead and then dissolve into you, and then you should think that you receive blessings of Tara's form. And then at that time, then it purifies your negative imprint of a body, and then your body become Nirmanakayas. Nirmanakaya. Form. And then from Tara's speech, radiate red Om at your throat, your are as a Samaya Tara here, and then Tara blessings that your it purifies to purifies of obscuration of your wind. That means it purifies your karmic wind and let work your wisdom wind. Right now, our wisdom wind work, but overpowered by karmic wind. So that's the way we can't how to say, we always cultivate negative karma. The reason is that. So that's where it purifies negative wind and it blessings to working wisdom wind. So then you visualize, you are going to believe that, oh, now I become Sambhogakaya. Right, like a Tara, Sambhogakaya. And then from Tara's, the heart radiate blue light with the syllable Hong, and it's come to receive in your heart chakra, and then Tara blessings to your mind. Your mind and inseparable bindu, this it purifies this. So that's where then your mind transforms into the Tara's mind. So this is how right now you engage. And then generally when it's called Vajra recitation. Om, as you breathe in, as you relax your wind in mind, in your central channel, and say Hum, and then negative thoughts went out. So Om, Hum, Om, Hum, Om, Hum, something like this. Then, but in the night when you lie down, then at that time you don't want to speak, but you just the breath actually recite Om Ahom 24/7. So even you lie down in your blanket, you focus, listen the sound of your breath. It mentioned And then you continually, this attention becomes a little bit, how to say, falls like asleep. You continually fall asleep, and your sleep, and then whole night your sleep transform virtue, and your dream transformed virtue. Even in your dream you are kill some bugs, doesn't matter. That dream transformed the virtue. So that's where in the 51 mentalities, dream, regret, sleep, regret. These are the not. It's not 100%. We say they are non-virtue. Not 100% say they are virtue. It's depend right before your sleep how you motivate. So you visualize that Om Ahom. It's called the wind or Vajra recitation, syllable Vajra recitation, and so there are two. So both are this. Okay. Yeah. Mm.
Okay. Any other questions in the temple? Okay, so we will go over to the email questions. And the first one is from Eugene. I find it hard to do visualizations as a beginner. I do the refuge and bodhicitta before meditating, and I dedicate merit when completed. But I chant starting at the Tom garland provided by the Garchen website. And is this actual practice called anything? This dedicated mantra chant practice? I feel the grace and joy just dedicating my voice to chant for Mother Tara and all sentient beings. I am not ready for visualization yoga practice. Until I progress, I am comfortable with doing what I just described. Is that acceptable? Is that okay to practice that way?
Yes, I absolutely accept that. And it's so great. Please maintain on there. And for the sake of your future, then always don't waiting to the time comes, the visualizations and something like that. Because our life is impermanent. Precious human life, it's the precious human life is like a soccer, like a basketball players. When they have only 40 minutes, 45 minutes, at that moment, we actually notice they're focusing, they really work so hard, yeah? Similarly, if we are, our life is actually very, very short. And the opportunity to practice is very rare. So it's not easily we get it. So right now you are doing amazing and maintain, but I hope soon you will be able to practice this visualization part too. Okay.
Okay. Eugene's next question. When His Eminence Garchen Rinpoche says in the offering video, when you find yourself clinging, you should say, I am offering this to the three jewels. He says that by doing this, you build merit, and your clinging becomes a source of merit by offering it to the three jewels. Can you elaborate more on this teaching and its purpose?
Clinging,
like grasping.
Yeah. Grasping is a source of, Rinpoche says it's a source of merit.
No, so you're, when Rinpoche says offer, you're grasping to the three jewels. And by doing that, you build merit. And then your grasping becomes a source of merit by offering it to the three jewels. So can you elaborate, talk more about what that that teaching and its purpose?
Yes. This is a very special way to practice. Actually, we practice, but very rarely we heard about these things, because most of the time we say we are going to crack down self-grasping and clinging and so forth. But occasionally, for example, mandala practice, I own, my own and unowned things offered, My own means then even we possess, we keep, and then I self, we offering that. That is a very kind of a special way. It's like an operate surgery. If there is a disease, then we give doctors give medicine, and it is step by step recovered from there. That is their hope. Yeah. And surgery means if you have some disease and immediately surgery it and then remove that disease. Likewise, self means we utilize self. At that moment, we have some thinking power, and then we possess these things or self's body, like a five aggregates, suddenly offered. So that means a very instantaneously cut self-grasping or self-clinging. So that's Rinpoche mentioned that. And also, then if we utilize well ourselves, then it is a source of merit, as Rinpoche mentioned. How, for instance, Bodhisattvas, they, whether they're eating, talking, working, even they say, if I'm going to go to the hell realm, I have confidence for welfare other sentient beings. So Shakyamuni Buddha, first he generated bodhicitta in the hell, from hell realm, yeah? Hell realm. His friend and they're pulling very heavy load, and then this retinues of a lot of death punish his friend, and then he really feels profoundly feels compassion. So at that time, first he generate his love. So that's where bodhisattvas some bodhisattvas can do that. So in that case, then this is a special method to cultivate great merit. But in the generally, it's like in the Dzogchen practice, divided between samsara and nirvana, divided. Likewise, it's better to divide self and practices. So during the practice, we try to really don't enter self. It's good. But occasionally, then we utilize, for example, mandala practice, and so sometimes dedicate. In the dedication of Ndugong, Lord Jigten Sunggu has three self. He's mentioned three selves, 3 times. I mean, so a couple of years ago, the Ndugong Kinchin he came here, and we spent time together. And he told me, some of his friends joked, but a little bit criticized that you Ndugong lineages, all the Tibetan Dharma, the lineages, they always try to say selflessness, but your Ndugong lineage followers, you mentioned 3 times the self. First is Dala Downward Sibda, it's open prayer, there's who hate me, that is number 1, right? And then during this, the samadhi empowerment also, there's second, the mind practice, there's also mentioned self. And then dedication in this open yellow book also, there we have this self, and then samsara and nirvana's virtues dedicate. So that's the way they joked him. Yun Ndugongpa seems not like authentic Buddhism, because you always practice with the self. But he made that joke, but immediately I just laughed, and I did not answer. But immediately what I thought is, that 37 offering is all the Buddhist practice. And then at that time we say I owned and unowned offered, right? So then if we easily can answer to that question, but it's not important. This part is not a cause of debate. But in fact, the Rinpoche's meaning is this. Sometimes we utilize self for the Dharma practice. It's quite similar. This we taking emotions for improve practices. Okay.
Okay, the last question from Eugene is, can she offer to the three jewels when her mind is afflicted? Can she offer the afflictions that she's having?
Actually, in the word of my perfect teacher, in this book, majority of you read their books. There it says how you are going to listen Dharma. So the third is the first two faults mentioned, and then third it says, Nyumong tangdi tukjin tawe se. Nyumong tangdi means if you have food full of the bowl like a rice, and then if you that is a rice because you are hungry, so you are going to eat. But in this rice has some poisons. If you eat, of course, immediately it fills your stomach, but that food becomes cause of your death because it mixed with poisons. Likewise, if you practice Dharma with mixed these afflictive thoughts, then this Dharma is impure. So in this case, I will answer to you through this way. Because if I say, oh yes, it's okay, then you offering with the emotions always. That's where my answer is, since from today, you don't, it's very good, number one. First, it's very good that you recognize that when you make offerings to the three jewels, but you arise many kind of negative emotions. Oh, that's your understanding is really great. So I have confidence. After you understood that, then next step is please you first you apply to eliminate these emotions. So whenever you are ready to offering to the three jewels, make offerings to the three jewels, you remember, oh, first I'm going to reduce my emotions, negative emotions. So that is the result of making offering. Because you can remove, for example, we entered into temple, some holy gurus, something first we make clean the temple, right? Likewise, before we do something, we make clean our mind. So that means we try to remove our negative emotions from our mind. So majority people are quite difficult to figure that out. Or right before I'm making offerings or practicing emotions like that, this. So, but you said you mixed with these emotions. So that's why since from today, you try to reduce or remove these emotions. But one important thing is don't regret that your making made offerings last times. Oh, my offerings went not well because at that time I mixed my negative emotions. If you regret that, then right now my answer is very bad because then I let you arise negative thought, and especially your virtues will turn negative. So as I mentioned earlier, that regret and sleep, they are not surely placed in the virtue or non-virtue in the 51 mentalities. Why? For the sleep, I already mentioned. And regret is, if you regret virtue, then this virtue transforms into negative, non-virtue. If you regret non-virtues, like a Vajrasattva, during the Vajrasattva practice, then non-virtue turned into virtue. So that's where regret is not always virtue, not always non-virtue. So that's where don't regret. So my answer is this. To your virtues until now. And then since from today you try best to eliminate these emotions. Okay?
Okay, next question is from Susan. When I do the sadhana practice and make the music offerings, I understand that the bell is symbolic of like the sound of emptiness. And I want to know what the Dhammaru is supposed to represent.
Oh, yes. Exactly. That's excellent. You thought that bell is reminder, I think, reminder of emptiness. Bell helps me sometimes in my practices. It's quite similar. We are. So that bell is exactly as you said. It's a reminder of the emptiness. Please, whenever you pick up, remember the emptiness. Remember, little better is than little bit experience emptiness. Best is rest at ease on the emptiness for this moment. Okay. Then what is the represent of Dhammaru? And Dhammaru has actually it has actually this symbol has many explanations in the Vajrayana. Some Samaya, because of Samaya, is not allowed to publicly share something. So Dhammaru is it has two face, and then it's a method and wisdom. And then inside of Dhammaru some mantras. And then we play these Dhammarus. And then this, if you are making offerings, at that time these Drakas and Drakanis, especially these Drakanis, they're waking up. It's like a special invitation music, something like that. Also, sometimes you use this Dhammaru to dedicate something. At that time also they hear those like a karmic creditors or something like that. That's and then this also the Dhammaru's sound. Dhammaru has two types. We can divide it two types. Dhammaru we made by wood. Wood is also majority of Dhammaru is wood, sandalwood. And then the leather has also two. One is, I think, better to not talk, otherwise you're shocked. Other is general leather. We use general leather. And then inside as a mantra. So then we play this Dhammaru. At that moment, the sound of this power of this mantra, and then could waking up. So there are a few inconceivable things. One is mantra. The power of mantra is inconceivable in different ways, you know. So in fact, this is offerings. Special offering to the Yidam deities and the heirs. Okay.
Okay, the next question is from Karen. So she's been doing the white soar practice and understands that that is best to be done in the early evening.
Yes.
Right, not in the early morning.
Yes, yes.
Okay, and then her next question is, what do you recommend for the best practice to do between 3 a.m. and 4:30 a.m. in the morning?
3 a.m. and 4 a.m. 4:30.
From 3 a.m. to 4:30 a.m. in the morning, so an hour and a half in the very early morning. What is the best practice to do at that time?
Actually, try to mix your guru's mind and your mind is the best. And then visualize a home, as I mentioned, home. Home probably first. That's when you waking up. This is your samaya of empowerment. We're taking many empowerments, but we don't care about samaya. That's where then yidams don't care to bestow cities. We receive thousands of empowerment. Cities are zero, almost, because we don't care about samaya. So, samaya of Vesa empowerment means when waking up, oh, where is my mobile phone? Where is my light to turn on? Something like that. Oh, I have that dream. Suddenly, I. So, for purifying the imprinting of waking up, we are going to keep very good samaya of Vesa empowerment. So that's why when you wake up, you don't want to sit and keep 7-point or postures or something like that. Just waking up, say home. If you can maintain with home, just home and then stay there, rest at ease for a little while. And then again you feel another thought interrupt it. Again you maintain with home. That's one thing. Another thing is it's possible you have a tension. Oh, today I'm going to fly from this airport to that airport. I'm going to running, something like that. So your mind is already busy, waking up with a busy mind. And then you focus on your breath. Say hong, 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 hong. Sometimes hong, 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 hong. These nostrils went many blue hongs, like malas going out. That's where it's okay. And sometimes you navel. Maybe at that time, if you focus the navel, focus at the navel, syllable hong is night is better. In the night, when you lie, there are different layers. If you really focus to sleep, first you lie down into your blanket, yeah? And you have more thoughts, boom, 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 and then you turn off the light, and then you focus in sleep. And one level is same experience, physically experience is we flew through airplane, and sometimes I don't know what wind or something, they a little bit goes down, a little one steps down, something like that. It's quite similar, that feeling, your feels a little bit falls down, that means more relaxed in your bed. So at that moment, then you focus home at your abdomen, and then you sleep with home. So there helps you, it will not disturb your sleep. But morning, you are waking up, you are going to do something, then probably just home, no focus anywhere, or a little bit focus nostrils, home, 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 few times. And then you sit like this way. And then there's best thing is we always chant in the Changcho, burning up of affliction. Also this calling the guru from far away. There's only one short part. You recite that it's made by composed by Janggung Kontra. It's really very energized prayer. So you recite that. It's excellent. And then I don't know in English. It's a Lamanchin or Lamanchin. This that part. Actually, in the Changcho, we recite with a little bit of melodies. You focus there, and there's only one verse, and you recite, and then you mixed your guru's mind and your mind. Mixed means you arise devotion. It's the early morning is a very good moment to arise devotion. And if you turn on the light, actually not very bright light, and then place your guru's picture in front of you already, place there, and then supplicate guru, and first try to arise devotion. And then at that time you are alone, you cry or whatever you do is okay. So meditate mixed with the guru and guru's mind and your mind, and then more supplicate your guru to recognize your awareness. So that is the best practice. Okay. Namung Guru. Say Namung Guru.
Okay. Her next question is, do you have advice about doing a silent retreat practice, either online or at home? And are there resources you recommend for arranging a silent retreat at home?
Yes, that is usually if you're outwardly, if you keep silence, that as we used here, like a card you wear on your neck, write keep silence, keeping silence, something like that. You write big letter, and then everybody are not illiterate, so they are literate. They understood that, and they were not less speak with you. That's how you pondering outwardly, like a raksha. That means you make fence, yeah. And then inwardly, best thing is you recite vowels and consonant. Three times is okay, or one time is okay. Om a a I u, and kaka ganganga, and then ye dharma hetu parbhava, and then bhajasatu samaya. That you recite that. You know that. Do you know this power? This power is Om a a I u. These are usually is called female syllables. Kaka ganganga tsa chanyanya is male syllables. But male and female, the main reason is in our body has channels. Channels and wind. There are upward fire wind and downward wind, pervasive wind. In fact, 5 root and 5 branch winds. Their workings are amazing. Right now, they are invisible in front of our flash eyes. Otherwise, their working is really amazing in our body. So you, as I mentioned, is you assemble like your furnitures. So you build exactly, okay, the wisdom wind work, and karmic wind doesn't work. Open these channels. You are ready to make preparation, something like that, and then you promise to keep silence. And then you recite mantras even silently. Silently you recite mantras. And then through these mantras, all the wisdoms goes through the wherever open the channels, the nodes of these channels. So that's where then you have less thought. You have less thought. And you have less some obstacles. Obstacles of practices actually appear from the here. Whatever have thoughts, this it takes a picture of these things, then it appears outside. Yeah? So promise is very important. Actually, we say vows. Vows means promise. So keep promise. Promise has a power, and then keep silence as much as possible. And when sometimes you accidentally broke the vow and you say Om Vajrasattva Hum, that is the best confession. So, oh no, I've broken my vow, so now I continually speak. Don't think that. Oh, it's not good. I broken, but immediately it's called true mayarva. True mayarva means, for example, right now, weather is pretty warm. My hand is warm. If I touch my hand on your cheek, and I take off my hand, taking back, and still on your cheek, my hand's warmness stays for a little while. So similarly, this is example that exactly gave this teaching. Similarly, when you break in samaya, and right before this, how to say, another thoughts interrupt, immediately if you confess this, then whether your confession power is very small, you could not apply 4 powers of confession. You apply only 1, but this non-virtue is very strong, but still you can confess that. That is the nature of interdependence. So you confess and then maintain your keep silence. Okay.
Okay, that concludes the questions that were emailed in. Does anybody in the Zoom room have a question they'd like to ask? Okay, Pamela.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for your teachings, Khenpo.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. This morning you talked about meditation, of course, and the resting in the non-referential state. Where does that fit?
Reference of non.
Rest in the Gandro practices throughout. It's rest in the non-referential state.
Oh, so your question is, what is that?
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess so. Or where does that fit with the teachings that you gave this morning about shamatha and looking at the mind itself?
Oh, I see. That is Milarepa's song to his student. First, that is not shamatha. This morning, actually, I divided 3 times. So first is only shamatha. Second, Milarepa's song, as that right now you mentioned that part. Third, again, we repeat that try to maintain on this Milarepa's song. So Milarepa gave that song to his student, I think Mugum Repa. So Mugum Repa, he requested Milarepa, oh, my father, the Lord of Buddha, then I'm going to go to the mountainside to do meditate, going to do meditation. So please give me very profound, very short and sweet, something like that. It's the same like us, right now. He asked Milarepa, so then Milarepa says, look at your mind nakedly, and then you will see that it's like a simplicity. And then when you stay kind of very loosely, and then you found these things. So actually I have this here, I will read this for you. It says, I, the Yogi Milarepa, okay, how he did, and then he shared, you do like this way, it helps you. So I, the Yogi Milarepa, look nakedly and see the essence. It's very profound. Look nakedly means we don't making different things, just looking nakedly in the mind. Then sees the essence. The essence means essence of phenomena. For example, look at the anger emotion nakedly, then see the essence of anger. And then what I see is the beyond concept. What I see resembles space, free from motion. Free from motion, that is also a special skill. Resting still, I realized true nature. And all the things that are empty, their empty essence is what I realize. Relaxing loosely, letting go original wisdom holds its ground. Okay, the rest of this I think I did not read. So when you meditate, we are going to see the essence of meditation. Essence of our mind. Usually we see in different ways our thought. Number one, we have many thoughts like snowflakes. And then slowly we can recognize that our mind is like a candlelight in the wind. It's almost killed by wind, something like that. Wherever wind coming, and then this wind controls the movement of our candle light or this butter lamp. And then that is the part of movement. And then resting means we continually maintain on there. And then slowly, before we see that our mind is relaxed, our mind is relaxed, we can experience that. Our experience is, oh, my mind is relaxed, not like that. That is not perfect one. And we feel more relaxed. We feel relaxed like the ocean freed from waves, its waves. It's more, we feel relaxed. And when we feel relaxed, from this, relaxing, hopefully I'm correct in English, from this relaxing, then we will find clarity. So we found clarity. That clarity is not separate. We don't find it separately, that perception and object separately, as we found a book on the table. Not like that. Mind itself is clear, vivid. Actually, this is a luminosity or vivid, very clear. As we just look at in the empty space, no airplane, no birds, no stars, but no darkness. It's very vivid. So that is, I think you ask about this related to your question. So then our mind is very relaxed there. And then we can maintain on there or not is related to shamatha. If we don't have our shamatha is not well, we can relax for 30 seconds, 1 minute, and then other thought interrupts. If we practice our shamatha level is very higher and well, and then we relax on there, and then slowly, kind of separately, not inseparably, separately, we acknowledge some thoughts occurs. The example is, for example, I am here, and I focus through this window side, and I'm teaching Dharma. Some birds fly up and down over there. I acknowledge that, but my main focus is here, my teaching. So these just acknowledge, but they cannot interrupt my teaching. And I also not judge you, oh, there are beautiful birds, big birds, small bird, or red or up, red or down. I don't judge. So that goes in the Dharma says fresh, uncontrived, and then not, waves, unwaveringly focused, relaxed there. But these other thoughts cannot interrupt. But other thoughts just come in. As I mentioned, that we see some birds outside of windows. So I never judge. So that means they cannot pull my attention towards them. So then, thoughts cannot interrupt. I have a thought. So then this they are not the pattern instructions are not opposite. Sometimes it says we cannot stop seize the thought. Sometimes we say we are going to realize. So that means actually it's the same God. That means seize the mind. And gui ngusum in the gui means the kaya. Ngusum means then your dharma kaya arise. That means your mind becomes dharma kaya. And then you seize the mind or thoughts means other thoughts cannot pull or take your concepts or your mind, It's generally what we have. So that's where the main experience is this. But first we build more shamatha is important. But the main reason sometimes I lead this meditation is I personally think because of blessings of this Malarepa, if we read these his songs and try to meditate, because of the power of his blessings, at least for a moment, we can relax on the natural state of mind. At least we can little bit experience. At least we are a little bit like interesting in these meditations. So that's where I lead. Try to do that. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, does anybody else have a question in the Zoom room? Or wait, we have one in the temple here.
Khenpo, another question. How to keep this clarity during the day? Not only when we are practicing this meditation, but also in case, for example, we have like some sort of problem during the day that might, suddenly, get into our nerves and be like, I don't know, very angry. How can we try to use this equanimity that we gained, this clarity that we had in this meditation on those times? Is there any kind of antidote that we need to apply, or is there any kind of thing, or just the practice automatically will, make it go slower?
So yes, first of all, that anger and the kind of anxiety start to arise. There is a saying, it's related to Dharma. This is enemies and fires, when they are small, if we are going to remove them, we are try to remove them when they are small. Do you understand? So if there is a fire, if the location is dangerous by the fire, there's a small fire you see, at that moment you try to remove it. Otherwise, if this small fire becomes a big fire, and then it burns the whole land, and then you cannot kill it. That is example. Likewise, when you have anxiety or anger, this come and unusually they arise from your mind. You try to eliminate them. How to eliminate your anger is it depends where you are. In this, during the meditation, if your anger comes to you, best thing is you try to see the essence of anger emotion. So just watch that anger emotion. Just watch. And watch your anger emotion. And anger emotion has no self-reliance. It cannot stand up permanently there. So you are a little bit make efforts and just watch it. Even then slowly anger emotion a little bit shy. That means anger emotion cannot stand in front of your meditation, and it start to melt well it merge into your attention, your meditation. So your meditation becomes more clear, vivid. So angry emotion helps you at that time. So during the meditation, that is, if you can do that, it's great. Even, for example, here I say, breathe in and out, you don't care. Because at that moment you are angry, and then you watch this angry emotion. At that moment you are jealousy, you watch jealousy. If you are desire, you watch desire, something. This is during the meditation, and that's great. But outward, the outside, if you in the outside of the meditation, you are angry with people or something like that. Actually, best method is, as Shanti Deva says, you should be at that moment as a piece of wood on the road. Piece of wood on the road means there's piece of wood on the road. We criticize how many times? It's same. Its color doesn't change. It reacts. There's nothing bad reactions. And the sun is strong, rain is water flood, whatever. That piece of wood is just stay there. So just keep quiet. Keep quiet means the mind is full of angry, and keep quiet is then momentarily okay, but future it becomes very dangerous. It's like a rice cooker. There's only one hole. If we block that, it's explored. So internally also be okay. Suddenly don't react with this angry emotion. Try to be a piece of wood. And the other thing is sometimes someone makes you angry because of their ignorance. So give you back compassion. That means I'm better than you. you said reality. You said that I'm better than you, so can be patient with you. But you don't want to say it, yeah. Otherwise, this makes big problems. And the anxiety, when you have anxiety, you understand, you can feel anxiety. It's gross thoughts. So center of anxiety, if you visualize your guru or yidam, and that's will be great. For example, Tara. If your anxiety comes suddenly, if you are stand up there for a moment, you just visualize Tara on the anxiety, and then slowly the back of Tara, you see there like a sunlight cycle. It's actually a represent of the pure light. So I think it has. Oh, sorry, it doesn't. Most of they have a background like a rainbow or some circles. Then this provide on the anxieties. Anxiety and anger emotion are slightly different emotion. So when you eliminate anxiety, you gently conquer. If you watch it is essence as a same way, it's great. But when you apply it, you utilize some antidote, you utilize gentle, very gentle, like a wet thara, or your guru. And then it continually, your anxiety is here, it provides slowly, and it completely covered this anxiety. And then this light or provide whole your body. And then you try to little bit experience bliss or happiness. In fact, you try to enjoy with this visualization. That's will be great. Or the other ways you see the essence of these things. So it's very good. You ask right time, and my answer is not profound, but it's very good moment you asked. As I mentioned, enemies and fires, when they are small, we try to kill it. And that is actually in the Dharma says that. Otherwise, if they become very big, then it's so difficult to eliminate. Okay? Thank you so much. Okay, so time is up, more than over. Time is over. So right now we dedicate. Please arise, bodhicitta. Chancho Zenjo Rinpoche Maji Banan Jijurje Jiba Nyamba Mi Barya Gone so much. May you all arise bodhicitta, and may you all greatly benefit all beings. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Khenpo Tenzin. Thank you, everyone here in the temple and in the Zoom room. If you want to unmute in the Zoom room and say goodbye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Khenpo-la. Thank you, Sangha.
Thank you, Khenpo-la, teachings and Sangha.
Thank you so
Yes,
much.
thank you, everyone.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much. You all.
Thank you. Nice to see you. Oh, thank you, everybody. Thank you, Khenpo-la.
Thank you so much.
I will review everything.
Thank you, thank you. I really rejoice. Thank you very much. Happy to see Dharma face. Your face are Dharma face. Thank you.